Hey guys, Allison here. Well, we are in our third full week of Lent. And I saw a quote recently by an Admiral Richard Byrd. Now, I don't know who he is, but I love this quote. He said, "Half the confusion in the world comes from not knowing how little we really need." Think about that. So often we have too much stuff. We're doing too many things that we think we're supposed to do. We have to stop and think, what do I really, really need? Now, I had about a year and a half ago, we had a house fire. Came home to find the house on fire, and obviously a very traumatic experience. Thank God everybody was okay. My husband rescued the dog, but everything was damaged. Everything was covered with soot. So we stood there after it was over, and there was nothing in our closets we could wear. We had to go out to the store, and again, very blessed we were able to go out to the store and buy what we needed. And it's funny, in Florida in October, it's very hard to find summer clothes for some odd reason. So everything is showing winter clothes, believe it or not. So I wound up for about 2 weeks with about 4 dresses to wear. And I gotta tell you, I was more free those 2 weeks. Nobody expected me to be wearing anything different, which was great. They were comfortable. I was just so grateful. And the number one feeling I had was just total gratitude to God, because it could have been so much worse. But it also made me reflect on how little we really need and how much stuff we have that becomes clutter. So many things that we do that we think we're supposed to do to keep up with everybody else. So as we're going through Lent, I think it's a good discipline to look and say, how much do I need? Are there things that I can get rid of? One good practice is, okay, if I'm going to buy a new dress, let me get rid of an old one. If I'm buying new shoes, is there another pair that I can just donate? Because we are actually possessed by our possessions. So many times, there's so many things that we have to take care of. So, one commitment I made is I'm not outgrowing my closet ever again. I have in the past, I'm sure we all have, we've got things in other closets, but how much do we really need? Now, when we think about our needs, I'd like you to consider your emotional needs and your health needs, because often that gets backburnered. All right, we have to do this for work, we have to do this for the family, we have to do this for the house. If we volunteer somewhere, we have to. But are you making that time for prayer, for reflection, for relaxation, for social time, for time with your spouse, time with your children? Now, I know it's tough. I know a lot of people are really overwhelmed, but I think it's a good idea now during Lent to say, what do I actually need? And are there things that I can stop doing? Are there things that I can get rid of? It takes time. We have to set aside time to do this. But the world, there's so much coming at us, social media, Amazon, everything. We feel like we need everything. But to stop and really reflect, do I need this or do I want it? And it's okay to want certain things, but how much do you need? Because that will end a lot of confusion in your life. You'll actually be setting a good example for your family too, all right? Because sometimes our kids see us having so much stuff and they want so much stuff, and the world tells us that they need so much stuff. But how much do we really need? And to put those emotional and spiritual needs, especially for your family, first. That's the most important thing. That relationship with God, not just going through your Lenten disciplines, but you need to know Him. You need to speak to Him. You need to listen to the promptings of the Holy Spirit. And if you're busy, you're not going to hear Him. So again, half the confusion in the world comes from not knowing how little we really need. Hope you find that helpful. Give it some reflection, and hope you're having a great Lent. God bless you.